Hi, welcome back. Let's go deeper into something that truly separates beginners from experts in lie detection. Understanding the emotional states behind a lie, because every lie is not just a story, it's an emotional experience happening in real time. When someone lies, three core emotions often come into play: fear, guilt, and sometimes surprisingly, excitement. And each of these emotions leaves behind subtle clues if you know what to look for. Let's start with fear. This is one of the most common emotions a liar experiences: fear of being caught, fear of consequences, fear of losing trust, reputation, or opportunity. When fear is present, the body often shifts into a stress response. You might notice small signs like hesitation before answering, slightly faster speech, a tighter tone, or even physical stillness as the person tries to control themselves. In some cases, people become overly cautious, choosing words carefully, pausing more than usual, or giving answers that feel slightly unnatural. Next is guilt. This happens when a person feels internally conflicted about lying. They know what they are saying isn't true, and that creates discomfort. Guilt doesn't always look dramatic. In fact, it can be very subtle. It might show up as reduced eye engagement, softer speech, or a lack of enthusiasm in what they are saying. Sometimes people experiencing guilt may avoid going into detail or may unconsciously distance themselves from the lie. For example, using vague language instead of clear statements. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all liars feel bad. Some actually experience excitement. This is often seen in confident or habitual liars, especially when they believe they are getting away with something. There's a sense of thrill, almost like a game. In these cases, instead of stress, you might see increased energy, more expressive behavior, or even a slight smile at unexpected moments. This can be very misleading because the person appears relaxed and confident, but that confidence is part of the deception. Now, here's the key insight: these emotions don't always appear in isolation. A person might feel fear and excitement at the same time, or guilt at the beginning and confidence later. Emotions can shift throughout a conversation, especially depending on how close they feel to being exposed. And this is why emotional awareness is so powerful in lie detection. You're not just observing what someone says, you are observing how they feel while saying it, because emotions are much harder to control than words. But remember, emotion alone is not proof of lying. A truthful person can feel nervous, an innocent person can feel fear. So instead of jumping to conclusions, you combine emotional signals with behavior, language, and context. As you continue through this course, you'll start to recognize these emotional patterns more clearly. And once you do, you will begin to notice something fascinating. People don't just reveal truth through their words, they reveal it through their emotions.